I think the new application will set a clearer set of expectations for charter school applicants. What we're looking for is a more concise business plan for what the academic, financial, and operational strategies are for a school, outlining what the demand would be and their strategies for actually pulling it off. So I believe what we've designed is just a clearer document in terms of how a school can prove its ability to pull off the operation.
Our vision is that our charter schools will lay the foundation for all schools being absolutely excellent, not only in Delaware but across the nation. And what the frameworks do is actually gives us a consistent, holistic way of evaluating performance and setting expectations, both for the authorizer as well as the school.
In the past, what we've evaluated schools upon was solely based upon academic performance, when clearly charter schools operate like businesses, so evaluating their financial as well as their operational performance are also key metrics. So that in and of itself is an important change in terms of looking at the total picture of how a school operates. Another critical piece, and I'll mention, is the previous regulation for charter schools only looked at academic performance. So now we're able to build in, the core metrics that look at these other areas.
Delaware is not unique in terms of our portfolio of charter schools. We have very high-performing schools. We have some schools who are just right there in the middle, and we have some who are struggling. The templates that we're talking about for the performance frameworks are not designed to be predictors, right? They're really outlined to really give us a view of how to evaluate schools across the board. For those high-performing schools, this tool would allow us to highlight those things that work well, that are working across diverse communities, and we would have been able to share that, I think, in a very consistent fashion across the portfolio, as well as with our traditional schools.
One of the greatest aspects of this new performance tool is we can identify high-performing schools, schools that might be candidates for expansion or replication. Also, we have a defensible, objective process for identifying schools that may need to go under formal review. And the objectivity of it, I think, is helpful. It's based upon national best practices, and we're just trying to move the state authorizing function in that direction.
Because the frameworks are really outcome-driven. It's really focused on the actual children, their success, most importantly their academic success and readiness for college and career. And having that consistent framework up front in the renewal process as well as in the process of due charters will actually align expectations, right? And so with that, it will definitely give us a chance to deal with issues earlier, right? As well as, again, highlight those things that are working so that we can get those back into the process for those schools that may be struggling. I don't think a template alone would have gathered any predictability about current or future. It would have been a process for us to kind of look at consistently what we expect in terms of student performance outcomes and what we expect in terms of accountability of leadership in all schools.
We want to respect the autonomy of all charter schools because that's the law, but that could be differentiated based upon our performance metrics. So really high-performing schools continue to perform, and for those who are sputtering or having issues, that's where we'll focus our limited human resources.
As a parent, those questions about what does that school offer and how does that impact or will affect the student's experience is the same. Charter schools are public schools, and they should expect and we should expect the same from traditional and charter schools when it comes to that experience. The expectation for charter schools is they're going to get something different. They have a choice, something there, a diversity of offering that may not be available in a traditional school or any other school. And I think that expectation should be the same. High excellence academically, socially, the total child, traditional or charter. I don't think it's any different. I'm speaking as a parent.